Hello everybody, so today I'm going to be reviewing The Incredibles. This will be a spoiler review, so spoiler warning. So let's start right away. So I'm going to be talking about some of the things I found in this movie, problems with it, good things about it, and just my overall opinion. So first of all, honestly, my biggest statement I could come out of this movie with is Brad Bird is basically Joss Whedon. If Joss Whedon was doing the animated Fantastic Four, this is what he would do. It is, like, there are scenes in here where I was just looking, I was like, hey, that's from Fantastic Four. Oh, hey, that's from Fantastic Four. Now there's some smaller things with this movie, and the story is very, very similar to the first one. And I think that was something everyone was expecting just looking at the trailers. I was hoping it could be different, but we didn't get that. So we got a very, very similar story to the first movie. And, I mean, although the story is very similar, I think they're able to add some good parts into it that are new. The villain was very predictable. As soon as all the characters were introduced, I was like, I know who the screenslaver is going to be. And I was right. And they make it very obvious. And they really just say, yeah, you know Syndrome from the first one? Yeah, we're going to do that again, except this time we won't tell you who the villain's going to be. But it's a very similar premise. Once more, the main villain doesn't have superpowers and instead is using technology to make themselves stronger. They've got a grudge with superheroes. They're going to make them look bad. Same concept. Two noticeable copy and paste from the Fantastic Four, at least the original one. Like, yeah, the second reboot, but before the Fan Four Stick one. Yeah, that one. There's the freezing one. And then there is, I'm trying to remember what the other one is. Oh yeah, it's Elastigirl going under to unlock the door using her elastic powers. Both of which are copies from the first Fantastic Four. So, along with all that, enough with the fake feminism. And I know, like, you know, once in a while, sure. But really, 3 movies. First in the Lego Movie 2 trailer, and Wreck-It Ralph 2 trailer, and now in Incredibles 2. Just give it a break already, please. You know, there's a point when it gets enough, and I think we've hit that peak. I don't want to see it in any more movies, honestly. That itself took me out of the movie, and I was like, oh my god, really? You're really going down this path? And Brad Bird switches between basically sexist and basically too feminist. And I think we need to find a medium because just, it's too much. Now, Jack was by far one of the best characters of the movie. And honestly, Jack, just the way they did it, so they dealt with his powers. They had a nice callback to the first movie with the whole Mozart music. Well, I think it was a short in between the two. But, yeah, it was really good. Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl, I feel like they have had no character development. Neither has Frozone. Dash, I mean, a little bit. Violet, they just kind of like, they're like, you know what? We want to reduce everything she got in this movie, so we're going to bring her all back to stage 1. Same with Dash. They're just kind of like, we're going to bring them down. Edna Mode, pretty good. She didn't do much. She was just, you know, entertaining to have on screen. Jack was the most developed. Because they kind of developed them as a family and then they ripped them apart again. It's like they undid everything they did in the first movie just so they could do it again in this movie, which is something I felt really, like, was really annoying. Also, they introduced a whole bunch of other superheroes who ended up being very small part characters. They did go very, very interesting. Like, they went very interesting when they made the kids save the day, even though that was very similar to what they did last time. They didn't he didn't try another iconic shot, though, with The Incredibles. So, I mean, maybe that's good. So they wouldn't ruin the power of the first iconic shot with them all, like, standing in a line. And Void, although she was being hyped up to be this new big character, she, like a Frozen type character, she was very minimal. I think they would just have her talk whenever, like, all the other superheroes that they introduced were, like, together. She'd be the one talking. And, of course, they had to make Evelyn the villain, Screenslaver. And they had to make it very complex. Yeah, we're going to throw you off the trail of the Screenslaver. And I was like, no. They're not going to do that. Like, honestly. Winston, who was the person who wanted everyone to come back, he had a very interesting motivation. And I think their contrasting motivations, you could tell from the beginning. And, I mean, is it his fault? Maybe not. I don't know. Then the Senator and Elastigirl, her whole mission is very standard. It's kind of like, save the day, you're breaking the law, you're helping the villain, you're making sure the villain's device works. Pretty much the same things to Mr. Incredible and Syndrome and Elastigirl and Evelyn. And then there's the future of the movie, where basically they ended off again where they started it last time, except they make 1 centimeter of progression. They kind of go through everything the first one did and then do one extra thing, and then they end it, and they end in the same type of position. And I didn't talk about the Underminer because I feel like the Underminer was undermined. The joke, yeah. But he was basically a discount mole man, and he got away, kind of. So, that's pretty much all there was to this movie. And, I mean, if I had to give this a number, and I really don't want to, I'd probably give it like a 7.5, 8 maybe out of 10. I have issues with this movie. I'm going to have to see it again before I can actually decide or think about it a bit more. But overall, I mean, it was fine. I don't know how you could mess this up with so much potential, so many different things you could do. But, it happened, so, could take the best of it. So let me know what you thought of this down below. Please like, subscribe, comment, share your thoughts. Did you like the movie, or did you not? Let me know, and of course, see you next time. Bye.